Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. This morning, we're starting a very important conversation in the Quad Cities. It's not an easy one to have, but it's vitally important to the welfare of our children. Tonight, WQPT has reserved an entire block of programming for the issue of teen depression and suicide. An hour and a half of that programming will be locally produced by Mickle Communications. We're going to feature three families who have suffered that tragic loss. We have two survivors, a young man who contemplated and a young woman who attempted twice by the time she was 17 years old. They're going to share stories about that darkness that they felt that they were surrounded by. And more importantly, they're going to talk about how they got help and how they were able to escape that darkness. We hope it's a message that will resonate with area teens who are in that very place right now. We'll have experts throughout the documentary, and we'll even have a cybercrime expert talking about the role that social media plays in this. So the conversation about teen depression and suicide begins today, but we hope that it will continue for many more months until we see a drastic decline in the number of local children who feel like their only option is to take their own lives. If you only knew, the journey through teen depression and suicide will air at 8 o'clock tonight on WQPT. It's followed by a roundtable discussion with area teens where they open up about why they're not talking with adults, what their biggest fears are, why they feel sometimes that they're overcome with sadness. And then we'll have experts that will be addressing those concerns as well. One of those experts is from Unity Point Health, Robert Young Center. We also have another one of those experts with us today. Joe Lilly is the Director of Outpatient Behavioral Health Services at Unity Point Health, Robert Young Center. He's been with the health system now for more than 6 years. Joe has a background in community counseling, and prior to his time in leadership, he did provide therapy and counseling services. We thought he was the perfect person to come here today and to address the prevalence of teen depression and suicide within our community. Joe?
Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of this very important initiative. Our teams at Unity Point Health, Trinity, and Robert Young Center are proud to be partners with the Mickle's communication team, with the mayors, and with all the other partners invested in shedding light on the issues that our teenagers deal with, specifically depression and suicide. It's collaborations and opportunities like these that we can begin to help the community understand the impact and the challenges that our children face, and it can also help us come together as a community to begin to make meaningful change and help those that need it. It also helps us reduce the stigma related to topics like depression and suicide. Now, our recent community needs assessment identified several areas in mental health specific to chronic depression, suicide, as well as the need for more behavioral health services and access to those services. And as a system, we look forward to continuing to take on that challenge, and it's opportunities like today with this great collaboration through our partnerships with NAMI and through all the hard work that we continue to do through our outpatient and inpatient behavioral health services that we can make that possible. Again, we want to thank the Mickle communication team for taking such huge steps in helping us talk about this subject as a community. We will be a stronger and healthier community by doing so. Thank you.
My wife and I have three teenagers. We have an 18-year-old son, a 16-year-old daughter, and a 13-year-old son as well. And one of the reasons that we love the Quad Cities is because it is a great place to raise a family. I think that is exemplified today by the fact that we have our 5 area mayors taking time out of their busy schedule to sign a proclamation today, naming today Quad Cities Teen Suicide Awareness Day. I'd like all the mayors to come forward now, if you wouldn't mind, and Mayor Gallagher, we will let you lead the charge since we're in your city today. Gentlemen, thanks.
Thank you, Mike. On behalf of all the mayors in the Quad Cities, thanks to Mickle Communications, thanks to the sponsors that you see listed behind us for putting together such an important piece on a very important issue that affects all of us here in the Quad Cities. So we're very thankful to Mike and his staff and his team for putting this together. We understand the time that goes into it from your perspective, and thanks to our community partners in the mental health arena. We believe that this is a very important issue, one that we stand behind, and we're here to sign a proclamation to show just how important it is for us to stand here together, united, to help in teen suicide struggles and depression, as you'll see in tonight's film.